What's up, everyone? My name is Troy from TechGamesEtc. You know, by the title, y'all know how I feel about this Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer reveal trailer. But before I start, you're not looking at Call of Duty Ghosts. You're looking at Battlefield 4. Unfortunately, I don't have any COD Ghost footage because I'm not as good in COD Ghosts as I am in Battlefield 4. And plus, this footage could not go to waste. I went like 20-7 in this match, so I have to use it somewhere, right? So there y'all go as far as that explanation goes. But let's talk about this multiplayer reveal trailer for Call of Duty Ghosts Advanced Warfare. They revealed the EXO movement, supply drops, customizable score streaks, co-op score streaks, EXO abilities, virtual firing range, curate an operator, virtual lobby, 12 multiplayer modes, and plus a new mode called Uplink and Day 0 Edition. Now, let's talk about the biggest thing in the room that I believe no one really acknowledged, especially IGN. I thought IGN was going to have you know how they do it with all the events. They'll have the live streaming, then afterwards they'll talk about it. But I didn't see that today. But let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room right now that I feel as though wasn't acknowledged. That this game looks way too much like Titanfall. It looks way too much like Titanfall. Now, if this game would have came out before Titanfall, I would say to myself, hey, you know, this will probably look cool. It'll probably be like have that whole wow factor. But sadly, I did not feel that. Through the whole reveal trailer, there was nothing that stood out to me that says, oh, wow, they're really stepping in the right direction. And even the head honcho at Activision was talking about, you know, this is a next-gen experience. But sadly, if it's coming out for last-gen consoles, they're going to go off of the graphic hall of last-gen as the lowest denominator. You'll probably see a little difference, but sadly, you wouldn't see a huge difference. So we're still stuck in this limbo of last-gen and new-gen. And it's so funny how, like, you know, these when you're at a certain level in your gaming career, you have to go with what the industry says. Like, no one mentions the Titanfall influence, of course, because that was, you know, Respawn Entertainment, you know, the co-creators or co-founders of the Call of Duty studios or Call of Duty game, whatever. And it was just hard for me to get excited. Even the people in the room, sometimes I was looking at their faces. Some people looked genuinely excited. Others was like, well, okay. Well, all right. But that was just something that was just like, I just don't know where to go with this. But this is not a video where I want to bash Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'm still getting the game. You know, this is just my 2 cents, and I'm still going to get the game on both consoles, Xbox One and PS4. I'm going to buy the season passes for both of them, and I want to do a squad up series with all the modes, especially what I really like, though. I really like this whole Uplink game mode they were mentioning. And if y'all don't know about the Uplink, it's pretty much like the mode in COD Ghosts where you had to go through the portal of the opposing team to score a point, but this time, instead of going through the portal, you have to take an orb with you, and you can either throw the orb in the portal or take the orb with you through the portal or through the portal, whatever, and you score 2 points versus 1 point. And it's so cool when you see it, because when you have the orb, you can't shoot, you can run with it, but you can throw it to an enemy and they'll be disabled with the gun, with using their gun. You can shoot them and take the orb back. I can really see myself playing this mode to death, especially with squad up. I'm looking for people now. I'm saying it right now. I'm looking for people I can play with in my squad up series dealing with Advanced Warfare, because I think that game mode is going to be very competitive. Now let's talk about, I think, the death nail to this game that will probably piss me off It depends on how it is incorporated, but I already know enough. Let's talk about this cloaking thing. I had to shoot this video over again. I had to remake this video over again, so because I forgot to mention it in the last video I did about this. This cloaking thing, oh my gosh, it's a part of your exosuit, and doesn't like. It's funny, like how Activision, how EA would be like, oh yeah, we're listening to the community. But who told y'all that the community is looking for a cloaking in a video game? This is the same cloaking that killed Crysis, which I think Crysis has a good multiplayer, but the cloaking is such a letdown. And I really believe, oh man, if they can just have a cloakless game mode, or you can take that out, but we'll just see how it plays out, because that cloaking, I really think is going to really get on my nerves. I think I'm going to buy the season pass, probably not immediately, but I have to see how that cloaking is, or I'm just going straight to Battlefield Hardline and just call it a day, because you give campers the ability to cloak, and I think it takes down the game. Even though they say cloaking is only temporary, I still believe that cloaking is still a death knell to any multiplayer experience, especially for campers who would camp on top of cloaking, which would just be terrible. Now, another thing that stood out that was funny to me was this Day Zero edition. If y'all haven't heard about the Day Zero edition, if you pre-order the game, you will get Call of Duty a day early. Instead of it being on the 4th, you'll get it on the 3rd. And the head honcho of Activision, it's funny how they say, oh yeah, we're listening, we want to give back to y'all. Y'all are such awesome community, you know, a day early. And I'm like, a day early? What can I do with a day early? I can see like a week early. The most I will go is for like a week. Just a good solid week early. I think that would be so much better than a day early. What can you do with a day? I mean, but that was just me, y'all. Tell me what y'all think, community. Did y'all like the reveal trailer? Are you getting Advanced Warfare? Go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, if you like this video, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. So I see y'all later. Bye bye.